Dear learners of Standard 7, it's a very good morning and welcome you all again to my today's online class from your science book, The Part of Geography. Previously, I had discussed in front of you from lesson 1, the earth moves round the sun. Today, I will discuss the formation of the solar system and the introduction of the planets one by one. Dear learners, I think my first lecture you have understood clearly and you are reading that lectures attentively at your home, because you must have to learn the lessons of all the subjects properly. Though the school is closed now, but your learning will be continued and you will be benefited after opening the school. So you have come to know that the sun is a star, you know. Here you are observing the model of solar system, that is the Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. And you know that the sun is a star and the sun is the center around which the earth and other 7 planets and some more luminaries revolve. And all the revolved luminaries and the huge space around the sun is called the solar system. Most of the place of the universe beyond our vision is the huge space. We will know about the space. Let's know the typical diagram of the solar system. When you will practice at your home the diagram of the solar system, you must practice the sun-centric model instead of the earth-centric model. So you can follow this type of diagram. Let's know about the space. First, before going to discuss all the 8 planets of the solar system, I think you should know about the space, because the earth is the planet and this earth is surrounded by the space, and the 8 planets are rotating according to their distance centering the sun in this space. So the solar system is composed of the sun and the luminaries revolving around it and the huge space. The huge universe beyond our vision is called the space. Follow here about the planets. The description of the planets, that means these planets are arranged as shown in the figure and the members of the solar systems are introduced one after another. What is planet? The astronomical objects that revolve around the stars are called planets. The planets are generally round and there are different gaseous bodies in the planets, but the planets don't produce any energy. So no planet gives either light or heat. So dear learners, what we have learned from here, so the planets have not their own light or heat. All of them rotate round the sun and get light and heat, although they look brighter than the earth. Here planets are divided into 2 main types: large low density giant planets and smaller rocky terrestrial planet. So terrestrial planets are those planets are related with the earth, that means there are some characteristics which are similar to the planet earth. Under the IAU definitions, there are 8 planets in the solar system. In order to increasing distance from the sun, they are the 4 terrestrial planets, that means the Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars, and then the 4 giant planets, that is the Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. And 6 of the planets are orbited by 1 or more natural satellites. So from here we came to know that means there are 8 planets of the solar system, or there are 8 planets in the solar system. Among them 2 planets have no satellite or natural satellite, that is Mercury and Venus, and the 8 planets, 6 planets, they have the natural satellites. So now come to the point, what is IAU? IAU means the International Astronomical Union. It's an organization of professional astronomers. So let's enjoy our video, then I will go about the planets. Terrestrial planets. Today I will discuss in front of you about the terrestrial planets, that means the Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars. So let's enjoy the video first.
need you to complete the mission that the UN has given us. Are you up for it? You have to investigate the solar system and collect all the information possible.
The mission is in your hands. Get on board and take off.
The mission is going to begin. Push the red button when you're ready. Have a good trip.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You are in outer space. Look how beautiful the solar system is. The solar system is part of a galaxy called the Milky Way. The solar system is made up of a great star called the Sun and 8 planets. There are also moons or satellites that rotate around the planets. The Sun is the star in the solar system. All of the planets orbit around it. The energy that it gives off is necessary for life on Earth. That one there, closest to the Sun, is called Mercury. It is grey and it is the smallest planet in the solar system. The next planet is Venus. It is the most similar to Earth. They are almost the same size. And here we have Earth, where we come from. I think you already know a lot about it. Let's go on to Mars. It is known as the Red Planet. Mars is smaller than Earth, and it doesn't have water. Oh, and it has 2 moons. This one here is Jupiter. It is the biggest planet in the solar system. It is gaseous, made up of gas and liquid, except for its core that is rock. Here we have Saturn, the ring planet. It is the second biggest planet. It is another one of the gaseous planets. The rings are made of rocks and asteroids. Here is the ice giant Uranus. It is also made up of gases and liquids. It has 27 moons. And finally, we have Neptune, the planet furthest from the Sun. Because of its location, it is the coldest planet of all. The planets spin around the Sun. This movement is called revolution. Thanks to that, the length of a day and night changes, and there are different seasons. They also spin around themselves. This is called rotation. Thanks to this movement, the length of a day and night changes as well as the temperature of each area. Each planet makes 2 movements at different speeds and distances around the Sun. Because of this, a day lasts 24 hours on Earth and 243 earthly days on Venus.
That's it. You completed the mission. Time to go back to Earth to explain your discoveries about the solar system. Great job.
So dear learners, I think you have enjoyed the video and you have learned a lot of things about the 8 planets of the solar system. So let's come one after another, the planets of the solar system. What Mercury? Mercury is the nearest to the Sun and there is no atmosphere in Mercury. So follow here, the Mercury is the smallest and closest to the Sun of the 8 planets in the solar system with an orbital period of about 88 Earth days. Follow here, this is the Mercury and it is the closest planet to the Sun. Seen from the Earth, it appears to move round its orbit in about 116 days, which is much faster than any other planet. It has no known natural satellites. So some major features of Mercury you should know, that is Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun and the smallest planet in the solar system. Its diameter is 4,850 kilometers and its weight is equivalent to 3/50th of the Earth. It orbits the Sun once in about 88 Earth days. The average distance of it from the Sun is 5.8 kilometers. It has no natural satellites and its temperature is very high since it is the closest planet to the Sun. Many holes and mountains with level ground have been noticed on the surface of Mercury. These are the features or the characteristics of the Mercury. Let's know about the Venus. You know, from the Earth we find a star in the western sky as the morning star and the evening star, which is in fact not a star. It is the planet of the Sun, which is called the Venus, and the sunlight falls on it, so it looks lightened. So Venus is the second planet from the Sun. What is Venus? That is follow the orbit Sun. This rotating planet is the Mercury, and this one, the second orbital planet, is the Venus. So the Venus is the second planet from the Sun. Sometimes people call Venus the morning star and evening star, or the Earth's sister planet. Venus is different planet from the other planets because it spins backwards. So what will be the major features of the Venus? Venus is the closest to the Earth and its position is the second from the Sun by distance. It is 10.8 kilometer away from the Sun and only 4.3 kilometer from the Earth. We find it in the western sky as the evening star and at dawn as Vespa in the stern sky. It orbits the Sun once in 25 Earth days. It has no natural satellites, and like the Earth, Venus has a substantial atmosphere or suitable atmosphere but has no oxygen in it. The presence of carbon dioxide gas is about 96% in Venus. So as the percentage of carbon dioxide is very high in the planet Venus, so acid rain showers due to the dense cloud of carbon dioxide in this planet, and this planet also drier than the Earth. So here one thing you have to know, please here you will make the correction. It is 10.8 crore kilometer away from the Sun and only 4.3 crore kilometer from the Earth. So let's know about our planet, that is the Earth, where we live on. So perhaps you know that the Earth is the only planet in which there is atmosphere and temperature, necessary elements for our survival of plants and animals in this world, and it is the third closest planet to the Sun. So this one is the Sun, this is the blue planet. So Earth is the third planet from the Sun. There are many different layers that Earth is divided into, and the Earth is the densest body in the solar system. 71% of the Earth is covered by water, so it is known as the water planet. The atmosphere is made up of 77% nitrogen and 21% oxygen with other traces of argon, carbon dioxide and water. Earth has one natural satellite, the Moon, and Earth is the only planet right now where life can survive. So major features of the Earth follow. The Earth is the third closest planet to the Sun. It has an area of 510,142 square kilometer. Its diameter measures 12,752 kilometer in the east-west and 12,709 kilometer in the north and south. The average distance of the Earth from the Sun is 150 million kilometer or 15 crore kilometers. It orbits the Sun once in 365 days, 5 hours, 48 minutes and 47 seconds. This planet has sufficient oxygen and nitrogen as well. For this reason, we can live over there and life is possible here. The average surface temperature of the Earth's surface is 13.90 degrees Celsius, and of all the planets, the Earth is the only planet which is ideal for living for the creatures and planets, and we can survive here. And among these, the terrestrial planets, the last one, the Mars, which is known as the red planet of the solar system. So Mars looks reddish because its surface is red in color, and the surface of it is dusty, and there are very light atmosphere there, and water may be present as the available reports show, but very scant amount of water here. Mars, after the Earth stands close to the Sun by distance, its average distance from the Sun is 22.8 crore kilometer and 7.8 crore kilometer from the Earth. Its diameter is 6,787 kilometer and its weight is equivalent to 1/10 of the Earth. It takes 678 days to orbit the Sun, and it orbits once on its own axis in 24 hours and 37 minutes. It has two tiny natural satellites, that is Deimos and Phobos. Living is impossible here because it possesses an atmosphere containing 95% carbon dioxide, 3% of nitrogen and 2% of argon gas, and the amount of water is very scant here, temperature below freezing point. So life will not be possible here, and this temperature, and we can see also in the surface of the Mars with the gorges and the vast volcanoes. And why the color of this planet is reddish? Because the presence of iron oxide or rust in its soil. So dear learners, today up to this you must take your preparation quite nicely about these terrestrial planets. So thank you all, stay safe and stay blessed.